Hey guys, I'm Kelly and welcome to my channel Kel Stitches. This is a place where I talk about cross stitching and my addiction to all the things that go with it. So today is the 1st of July 2024. Where the hell has the year gone? I would like to know. Can't believe we're in July already, halfway through the year. And this is Flosstube number 50. I would just like to say welcome and hello to any new subscribers or viewers that I might have picked up in the last 2 weeks since my previous video. I hope you enjoy what you see, and I hope you stick around for a few more videos. And welcome back to any of my existing subscribers and viewers. Very much appreciated that you come in and check out and watch my videos every time I post. Alright, so let's just get straight on into what I have stitched on. So the first one is this one. It is called Farm Animals and it is by Doreen Jones. I bought this from her Etsy page if anyone is interested. So last time I was over here finishing off that side. So that is what it'll look like when it is completed. And I'll put a picture of where it was. Take that clamp off. And this is where I'm up to. So as you can see, I have finished off this side, finished off the flowers and the grass, the little cow here. The partner still reckons I should stick little googly eyes on these animals. I am not going to do that. I mean, it'll probably look really cute, but no, just no, not happening. So I finished off that side, and then as you can see, I have moved over here, and that is the whole size of the piece. So that is the end of the stitching there. So technically I don't have that much left to do on it, so next time I pull this out in a rotation, I should be able to get it done. There's probably maybe 500-600 stitches in it, since I've just got to finish off the pig, the grass down here, and the couple of flowers and stuff up here. So technically there's not that much left to do on it. I worked on this for 2 days and I got 1,400 stitches into it, and it is being stitched on 16 count hand dyed Ada that I dyed myself, which is just coffee dyed. So yeah, that was just a little bit of scrap Ada that I had, and it fits perfectly. So that is that one. Next I worked on was this one. It is a Waterhole Master. Artwork is by David Penfound and it is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. That is what it'll look like when it is completed. Jemima just posted this on Facebook. I forget which group she actually posted it in. She's doing the super size. I don't think it's max color, I just think it's a super size version. And she only has, she's done all that, so she's only got this section down here to finish, and hers looks absolutely amazing. So I'm hoping that mine, only being the regular version, will look just as good as hers will, being the super size. I know there's, of course, more pixels, blah blah blah, in the super size, but hopefully it will look just as good. Where are we? This bag here. So put a picture of where it was and this is where I am up to. So as you can see, I've finished off all this. This is the grass between the back legs of the zebra, and now I am just filling in all that there that's left is just all black stitches. So I'm just filling in. I was hoping that I would get them actually completed so I could move on to the next page, but there is a few more stitches there than what I thought. So I worked on this one for 2 days and I got 1,400 stitches into it. I mean, it is, just being the regular version, it's still looking amazing. It's such a pleasure to stitch on. Such a pleasure. So that's the tusk of the big mama cow. I was going to say, well, technically she is a cow, but the big mama elephant there. And a little baby elephant's head here. But as I said, I am going to do all the pages that have that contain zebras. I'm going to do all of those and then branch out from there. So when I go next, I don't know if I'll go upwards or downwards, because it's not, I don't know. Tell me, should I go up here and do the pages across and back down around, or should I go down and do the pages across and then come back around? Let me know what you think I should do with this. And this is being stitched on 16 count. No, 18 count aider. Using all the called for colours. I'm not using DMC, I am using CXC, which majority of my projects are CXC. Right. Next one was this one. So it is called Mini Shaman. The artwork is by Laurie Prindle and it is also charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. That is what it'll look like when it is completed. Put up a picture of where it was last time we seen it, and this is currently where I'm up to. So I've filled in a little bit more, as you can see in around here. I'm just choosing whatever symbol is next to down here and just running with it as I do. So yeah, this I worked on for 2 days and I got 1,000 stitches into it. And it is being, this one's 16 count. Yes, this one is a 16 count aider. So yeah, that's looking good. It's not a very big piece because it is a mini, like that's the size of it on 16 count. So, because that is the bottom of the pattern there. So yeah, technically not that big. I think I've said this before, that's why I liked the minis from Heaven and Earth, because they turn out not too large on the higher count fabrics. So, rightio. On to the next one, which was this one. I just call it Wild. I don't know if it actually has a correct name. This is a pattern that I bought off Etsy from a store called 2x2 Stitch Up. It comes in a pack of 3. You can buy them individually or you can buy them in the trio. I've already stitched the other 2. I've still got to fully finish them off. I've got everything for them. I just got to finish them. So that's what it'll look like when it is completed. Ah, stabbed myself with the needle. Alright. And I'll put a picture of where it was, and this is where I've got to with it. So being the size that it is, I am just now on Pattern Keeper, just running down the list of least amount of stitches to most amount of stitches with the colours, because there's only like, I think there's like 18 colours or something in this, so that's what I'm doing. Just going from least amount to most amount and watch it fill in that way. But that's what it's looking like. I did stitch on this for 2 days and I got 1,100 stitches into it. These little ones, I really enjoy some of these little ones, just to give myself a break from the full coverage. I love full coverage, don't get me wrong. That's where my heart lies, but I find having smaller ones in the mix, it just it breaks the monotony up of full coverage, gives you something a little bit different to stitch on, and smaller ones, which means that you do get finishes a lot quicker than with the large ones. And I have noticed, if anyone's seen Artist's latest pattern release, they are now doing round ones that I don't know what size hoops they fit into, but they're doing some of their patterns in just focus points of their patterns in the rounds, so you can yeah, just do small ones. But yeah, and that is being stitched on a 16 count Adam. Next one I worked on was this one, called Tiger Lily. Artwork is by Laurie Prindle, and this one is charted by Pain Free Crafts. So I am working in this section, his nose and mouth area. Now, the wheels kind of started to fall off here. I lost my stitching mojo just a little bit. It was nothing to do with the projects that I pulled. I just got to last week and I just didn't, my mojo just flew away. I just didn't feel like stitching as much. I spent more time reading and stuff like that. So, I mean, and we all have those moments where we don't feel like stitching as much, which is fine. I think it's just our bodies saying, okay, you've done enough, let's just take a break and do something else that you enjoy. And for me, that's reading. Absolutely love it. I am currently on book 2 of the Outlander series. First one was a little hard going. It was, I've watched the whole series, TV series, and the first Outlander book was a little bit hard going, but this one's okay. I'm finding the second one easier reading, so yeah. Anyway, we're not here to talk about books, we're here to talk about stitching. So this is where I am up to. You probably can't see a great deal of difference between the previous photo and this one, because I only got 400 stitches into it. I worked on it for 2 days and only got 400 stitches. As I said, my mojo ran away big time. When did I work on this? Yeah, it sort of flew away. Just, yeah. But I still got 400 stitches into it, so 400 stitches is 400 less I do have to do. But it is looking amazing. Absolutely love it. The pattern, the stitching is not crooked. It is just the way I have got it in the nudge. Didn't really notice that until just then. If I hold it like that, but then it makes the nudge look crooked. So yeah, the stitching's not crooked, it's just the way I have got it in the nudge. And this is being stitched on 18 count Zygote fabric because this was purchased as a kit through my Crystal Club vouchers. Just paid my June one the other day, so I should have a voucher coming in my emails in the next couple of weeks for my next voucher. And I think I've already got I think I already know which one I'm going to get. But I'll see. We will see about that when we get there, when I go to buy it. All right, the next one that I worked on there we go, was this up. It's the Jackrabbit from A Year in the Woods series. This is number 3 in the series. So last time I just had all sort of that section, like his ears and all that sort of stuff done. Of course, I'll put a picture of what it was. And this is where he is up to. So I was only meant to work on this for, well, 2 days, which was last Thursday, Friday. But I went out with a couple of the girls on Friday night from work. So I didn't stitch anything Friday. So that meant I would have only worked on this for 1 day. But work was super quiet on some Saturdays, so I finished early and I got home and I worked on this, and then my stitching mojo ran away again. So I did work on this for 2 days and I got 1,200 stitches into it. These are so super easy to stitch on. I was using the paper pattern and then I scanned them all and have got them. They do load into Markup RXP. So that's how I'm working on these now. And it's super, super easy. Even if I don't use the symbol search for markup, because it was a bit of a dodgy scan. Bit crooked, but it was fine. I can still read it. I just use it like I would a paper pattern, but the good thing is because you can zoom in and what haven't you. But yes, I do have this in Markup RXP, but yeah, that's what it's looking like. And this is being stitched on 18 count that I hand dyed myself. Yep, told you, 2 days, 1,200 stitches. How cute is he looking? Once I'm done him, I'll move on to the next one. But yeah, my stitching mojo just disappeared, ran away. Didn't want anything to do with me. All right, throw that one back in there. And the last one that I worked on, which was yesterday, Sunday, was this one. It's called Shape Wolf. The artwork is by Greg Giordano and it is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and I'm working in this section here where that dream catcher and that wolf is. So that's what it'll look like when it is completed. And this is where we're up to. Once again, you may not see much of a difference in where I have stitched or put stitches in because as I said, I only worked on this for yesterday. I was meant to work on it Saturday night as well, but that did not happen. So I only worked on this yesterday and I got 600 stitches into it. So majority of them are these stitches in here, filling in his ear and stuff like that. This is being stitched on 18 count Ada. I am pretty sure that I hand dyed myself in terracotta, in a terracotta colour. But it is looking pretty good. So yeah, and that is all of the stitching that I have done for this fortnight. And in total, I done 7,100 stitches for the 14 days. And because it is the 1st of July, I tallied up how many stitches I have done for the first 6 months to the end of June, and it is 103,270. Now, if I keep on that line of stitching, it will mean that I will reach over 200,000 stitches. But this is what happened last year. I powered through the first half of the year with my stitching and big numbers, and then I got to the second half of the year and it went, took a nosedive, and I did not reach my 200,000. But I never set myself a goal this year of 200,000. As long as I reach the goals that I did set, I'll be happy. All right, guys. Next we will do is we will tally up the boards. All right, so we will do the tallying of the boards. I still don't know what green I've been using. Anyway, so we have the small full coverage and long full coverage board first. And we have, first up is a farm animals, this one here. We will go 1,400, which makes that 7,200. So well past my goal of 5,000 stitches, obviously. But as I said, once all these reach 5,000, I will probably up this goal here to 7,500. All right, the next one is wild, which is here, and we've got 1,100, which makes that 3,700. And a year in the woods over here, 1,200, which that is going to take me past the 5,000. So no, yes, no. I don't know what color I've been using. This one here, I think. All right, so that is 5,000, 6,160. Is that correct? Is my mathematical skills correct? I've got no freaking idea. Yeah, 4 and 1 is 5. 9 and 2 is 11. So you add 1 to here. That's, yeah, 6,160. So that is another one there that has reached the 5,000 goal. And we will put this board back over here without knocking anything or anyone over. And then we'll grab the full coverage. And what have we got first? Waterhole master. 1,400. And that makes that 6,400. So as you can see, if you're new, I have a goal of 10,000 stitches each for these, but I have just marked when I've reached over halfway in a green, so we can see which ones we're pretty close being on track with. Shaman. Mini Shaman is 1,000, and that brings up to 6,900. Tiger Lily is over here. I've only got 400, which makes that 5,600. I am recording, aren't I? Yes, I am. I just panicked for a moment there, thinking that I had not, because I had a quick break because the partner just got out of the shower and he wanted to come into the room and get dressed, so I couldn't record while he was getting dressed now, could I? And I just had a panic moment that I thought I hadn't pressed the record button again. Right, the last one is Shaped Wolf. Where are we? Here. And that got 600. So that brings us to 6,400. Alright, so as you can see, the smaller numbers on a couple of those isn't a great concern because they already reached their halfway mark. Oops. And yeah, there's, other than Tiger Lily over here, the others are in the 6,000s now, so yeah, not a big deal. It's some of these ones along here, in particular sea turtles, that I really don't want my stitching mojo to disappear on, because I am struggling, well, I was struggling with that one to start with, and not getting the numbers up. So hopefully my mojo comes back and we can get on with it. Alright, what do we do next? Oh, that's right, we draw these. Pull the ones out, they're the ones that we just done. So I'll pull 7 out and we will see what I am stitching on for the next fortnight. And speak of the devil, Daydream Sea Turtles. I'm just going to quickly write them down as I draw them out. Next, oops, pull 2 out then. Is Sanssouci. Third one is going to be my Happy Mood Point Quaker. Fourth is Horse Portrait. I mean, I could do this before I record and then just insert a little video and just cut out me writing them down, but what's the fun in that? Because that means that I could cheat and redraw one that I didn't want to work on. At least this keeps me it keeps me honest. Modern Folk Embroidery Sale. Looks like it is going to be the fortnight of small ones, which is all right, because I will explain here a bit later why there might be not as much stitching. Moonwolf 1. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. There's only one full coverage in that. Let's see if I can pull a full coverage out. Da, 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 mini top frog. All right, so that is the 7 for this fortnight. I will just find the cover photos and I will show you what we'll be working on. Back in there. So we have Daydream Sea Turtles, Sanssouci, Happy Mood Point Quaker, which I restarted on the black fabric with Silks for You called Fairy Lights, and I am absolutely loving the way it is turning out. Looks amazing, a lot better than my first attempt at it. So Horse Portrait, Modern Folk Embroidery sale for this year called No Time Like the Present, Moon Wolf, and Mini Top Frog. So that is the 7 that I will be working on for this fortnight. Now, there may be a bit of a drop in my stitches this week anyway, maybe for this fortnight. I will see how I go. Some of these, and it's kind of lucky that I have drawn a lot of the smaller projects, because I don't mind if those only get 1 day stitching on them. My full coverages, I do prefer to try to get two days of stitching into them, because I do have that bigger goal for them. So it is good that I have drawn so many small ones, because if I have to cut them down to just 1 day, for some of them I will do that, because what's today, Monday, on Thursday this week, the daughter and I are going away to Brisbane for a concert. I bought her tickets to a artist that she really likes. You guys, unless you're Australian, you probably, and older Australians, you probably won't know this artist. Her name's Missy Higgins. She did have a couple of big hits back in the 90s when I was a teenager. I was quite surprised that the daughter even knew who she was, and yeah, and her music, but she absolutely loved her. So I bought her tickets for her birthday coming up in October. So we're going up there for a couple of days. So we leave on the Thursday, the concert's on Friday night, and then we'll be home probably Saturday, late Saturday afternoon. I will take a couple of projects with me, but when I've done it previously with Pink and the Chicks, I didn't get any stitching in. We were too busy going out to dinner and doing other things. So yeah, that's probably why my stitching is going to be a little bit lower in numbers this week. And then this week and then next week, we're starting to run into our local racing carnival here, horse racing carnival called the July Racing Carnival, and it is pretty big, pretty hectic for us anyway, because we do a lot of the catering out there for the VIP tents and stuff like that. So the following week is probably going to be a little bit hectic as well, because on the Sunday the 14th, 13th, 14th, whatever date, 13th, I think it is, Sunday the 13th, it is our biggest day, where we fed, I think it was 600 people just in one tent last, 14th, Sunday the 14th. 600 people in one tent last year. That was without the VIP tent. So it's going to be crazy. So that is why this fortnight's stitching may not be fantastic, but I will try to get the 2 days stitching into both turtles and top frog. What's day? Monday? No, Tuesday. No, that's not going to work either. I was going to say I might try to stitch on turtles today and tomorrow, but by the time I edit and convert and upload this, it's going to be late, so might have to just concentrate on one of the smaller ones, I think. I'll decide that anyway. So yeah, but I'll definitely try to get the 2 days into the 2 full coverages. Rightio, so last thing to do with the stitching is I got my Silks for You summer seasons pack. So if you haven't received yours yet and you don't want any spoilers, please either fast forward this section or look away, close your ears, whatever, and I'll let you know when it is safe to have a look back at the screen. So this time we got a needle minder, a little flowery needle minder. It looks like it could have been, yeah, it just looks like it's a necklace pendant that they've stuck some magnets onto. So there's that, and then you've got your six floss, if I can get my fingers to work and hold them all together without dropping them. So there are the 6 colours that came in the pack, and I will show you, I will read them out to you. It is. All right, so this one is PR082. Now, because it has a number, it would be available on their website. Then we have Summer 24003. So this is just a die for the summer pack. And then we have this one, which is Summer 005, which is also any of them that are the summer. They are just special die lots for the summer, for the pack, the seasons pack. We have Summer 004, nice vibrant yellow, gorgeous yellow that one is. Summer 001. That is a purple. It's nearly a jacaranda-y kind of colour purple. Not showing up true to colour on the screen, but it's looking more eggplant there, but it's actually a lovely jacaranda colour purple. And Summer 002, which is more of fuchsia colour. Absolutely lovely. I love the colours. I've got so many silks for you now that I've had to buy another container for them and start using the second container, but yeah, love silks for you. Right, so that's that, and I think that is all of the stitching stuff. If you had to look away because you didn't want any spoilers, it's good to look back now. All right, so that is all of the stitching stuff. So if that's all you were here for, thank you very much, and I will see you next time. If you are going to stick around for a quick chat, well, also thank you very much. So yeah, as I was saying, the daughter and I are going away, so that's going to cut into, as I said, at least 2 nights of stitching. It just depends on when we get back on Saturday, what time we get back, and if I feel like stitching or anything like that, because we may be a little bit tired. Brisbane's about 3.5 hours away, so 3.5 hour drive is yeah, it can be tiring and taxing on you. So I may be a little bit too tired on Saturday night to do any stitching, but that's all right. If I don't get stitching done for those 3 days, I don't get stitching done now, do I? So yeah, kind of excited about that, because where the accommodation is that the daughter organised, it's only, I think it's 800 metres, a kilometre or something like that away from the convention centre, which is where the concert is being held. So it's in good walking distance, but where the accommodation is, there's a lot of things in that area that are in a good walking distance. So apparently about 6 minutes walk away is the Brisbane Botanic Gardens. So depending on what time we get up there on Thursday, we might go and have a look at those Thursday afternoon. By the time we check into our accommodation and what haven't you, might go and have a look at those, and then we'll have Friday to, because the concert doesn't start till 7:30 Friday night, so we'll have all of Friday to entertain ourselves. So there is the Museum of Queensland, just across about 1 kilometre away from the accommodation. So I'm thinking that we might go there as well and have a look at the museum, because they've got the Egyptian mummies, they've got the dinosaurs, they've got, it's like your proper museum. So yeah, we might go there. I'll take lots of photos if we do. And there's a few other things in that same vicinity. There's art galleries and stuff like that. So, and that's kind of exciting. But we'll just see how we feel on the days. We'll and decide what we're going to do from there. But yeah, then the concert's Friday night. Then checkout will be at 2 o'clock. Probably 10 o'clock Saturday morning. So we'll get up, have some breakfast, check out of the accommodation, and I don't know, we'll either leave straight away, because as I said, it's 3.5, 4 hours, depends on if you stop halfway for a bit of a toilet break and what haven't you. Or we might I don't know, do something for a couple of hours before we leave. We'll decide on that again on the day. But yeah, so that's good. And then what else is going on? Not much. I've taken 5 days off work. So I've taken Thursday, which is my usual day off anyway. And I've taken Friday and Saturday off, for obvious reasons. Sunday was going to be my day off anywho, since I get every third Sunday off. And Monday was also going to be my day off. So really, technically, I've only taken 2 days off, but I get 5 days altogether. So it's a little mini break before the July racing carnival kicks in. And yeah, I think that's sort of it of what's coming up. We did go down to, I'm just trying to think what you would have seen last in photos. I think it was the Coffs Harbour photos. We've been a few places since then. We've been down to Iluka, and that was, it was a cloudy, very cloudy, cold day. So the whales and that weren't very active. There was a few that you've seen far out on the horizon, but there wasn't that many. Because as I said, it was a cold, cloudy day. I find they're not very active on days like that. So then my next day off, when was that? That would have been a Thursday. So the Monday, which was my next day off, we went down to Woolgoolga, down to the headland there. And it was a gorgeous, gorgeous Monday. Sun was shining, lovely winter's day. I think it reached about 20, 21 degrees out in the sun. So we spent hours out on the headland there, had some lunch and what haven't you, and the whales were absolutely going off. They were having a whale of a time. But yeah, there were so many out there that day. There was a lot of cows with, not so much with calves because they haven't calved yet, although there was one cow that calved early and stuck around down around that area for 2 or 3 days, as they usually do, but the rest of them aren't quite ready. A lot of cows that were closer in, trying to avoid all the testosterone fueled lunatics further out doing their breaching and their tail slapping and their flipper slapping and everything else. There was a couple of males out there. I think that they were having a bit of a biff up between each other, because one had breach and then the next one had breach, and then there'd be tails flapping and slapping the water and carrying on. So I think they were just showing off and trying to show each other that the other one was bigger, stronger, more dominant. But that, yeah, there was a lot of action out there that day. And then today is Monday. Thursday, just gone. We went down to Miniwater. Another gorgeous day down there. Miniwater is one of our favourite places. Went down there, and the wildlife down there was ridiculous. There was 2 types of whales. There was the humpbacks, which were further out, and then I don't know if they were dwarf minke or bride's whales that were really close in. It was high tide, so the tide was going out, but it was high tide, and I think there was a lot of fish and krill and stuff like that, so they were having a great time feeding. So there was the 2 types of whales. Then we had we walked along the headland. There's a little track there that you can walk along, takes you along the headland and takes you down a couple of spots down onto the beaches. And at one of them we stopped to look for some of the whales, and we seen what we thought was a huge, absolutely huge pod of bottlenose dolphins. There had to have been 30, maybe 40 grey shapes out in the water. And like, some of them you could tell were definite dolphins because of the way they were moving. And then a little bit further out, there was a bit of thrashing and stuff like that. And I did say to the partner, dolphins don't thrash like that when they're feeding. They chase. They don't thrash. Maybe there's a couple of sharks out there as well. Anyway, I took a few photos and we walked down because there's a set of stairs off the little lookout, walked down onto the beach and onto the rocks. And as we were going down, this fella popped up out of the water. He'd been down there spearfishing. And he said that there was a big school of jewfish, about probably 30 jewfish down there. So that's what the dolphins would have been chasing. Anyway, so I'm standing on the rocks watching these dolphins, and what haven't you, swim backwards and forwards, chasing this school of fish. And then one of the dolphins, I didn't have my camera ready or in at the right position. One of the dolphins just leapt up, dove back into the water. But yeah, so there was the whales and the dolphins. What else did we see? There was a couple of sea eagles as we came back up and started to walk back towards the car. A couple of pair of sea eagles were flying around above us, so I took some photos of those. And the partner was saying, oh, the only thing we haven't seen is a coastal diamond python. And I said, yeah, but they're probably asleep. Like, it is winter, they'd be hibernating. But then it was a really nice warm day, so they could have also been out trying to get the sun and sunbaking. Anyway, we're walking along and I could hear this noise above my head, and it just sounded like slithering. And my first reaction was to duck, and I did. I ducked like this and I started to run, and the partner's pissing himself laughing behind me and said, what the hell are you doing? And I'm like, well, I don't know, you were just saying about a freaking diamond python. Like, and all I heard was a slithering above me. All I could imagine was this freaking python falling on me, and then you'd see kung fu moves that you've probably never seen before. But anyway, it turned out that there was half a dozen red-headed flying foxes above us, and I got some photos of those too. They were pretty cute. Anyway, so it wasn't until we got home and I was looking back at the photos that one particular photo that I took of this pod of what I thought was dolphins, I realized that it was actually dolphins and sharks in the same photo. So you can see the dolphins on the left-hand side of the photo, and you can see the sharks on, like, the dolphins are there and the sharks are here. And you can see the definite difference in their dorsal fins. Now, I am assuming that they were probably only like grey nurse sharks or something for them to be so close and in the same feeding grounds as the dolphins. I would assume that they were only grey nurse because they are a quiet breed of shark. But it's also made us go, holy shit, old mate that was down there spearfishing was very, very lucky indeed, because if there was sharks there as well, like, that could have turned, and he was there on his own, so that could have turned into a bit of an issue. But again, if they were grey nurse, they don't really attack. They're not like a tiger shark or a great white or anything like that. And there was too many of them. Grey nurses are also one of those sharks that stay in family packs, whereas your great whites and your tiger sharks and that are very solitary shark. So yeah, so that was kind of interesting. It was a very good day down there though. Absolutely love mini water. So I will put in some photos of both Woolgoolga and Mini because I didn't really take many at, or did I take some at Iluka? I think I did take some at Iluka. We came around part of the headland and the partner was going first down this little track and he stopped dead, and so I just stopped behind him, and then he's like backing up and he's going back, back, back. And I thought, what the hell is around there? It turned out it was just a couple of little, it was a little female kangaroo and her joey. Mind you, the joey was probably about half the size of her. But he was just wondering that there wasn't a big male in the vicinity, and they can usually get a bit territorial. But we couldn't see any male, so we snuck around and basically stood a couple of meters from these two kangaroos, and they didn't have a care in the world about us being there. So I will maybe put in some photos from Iluka that I took, if I, because I usually use my good camera and then I import some of the photos, some of the better photos onto my phone. So I'll see which ones I moved onto my phone. But yeah, I'll put photos in of each of those areas at the end of the video. And I think that is basically everything. Yeah, not much else happening in my life. But yeah, so that's it, guys. I will leave it as that. My next video will be on the 15th of July in 2 weeks' time to show you what I managed to work on for the fortnight. All right, guys, I will leave it as that. Once again, though, thank you very much for stopping in and sticking with me until the end of this video. I truly hope that you continue to enjoy the content that I put out and enjoy seeing the progress on my whips every fortnight. Yeah, so thank you very much, guys. It is very much appreciated. All right, let's leave it as that. We're nearly at an hour, so by the time I put photos and stuff in at the end, we'll be over an hour. So wherever you are in the world, please take care and stay safe. Until next time, bye.